A very good morning, children. So yesterday we have seen the model degrees of comparison, and out of that we have seen the model number one. So the model number one, we have seen that the superlative. Okay, this is Ravi is the tallest boy in the class, and when you come to comparative, Ravi is the taller than any other boy or all other boys in the class. And positive, we have seen no other boy is so tall as Ravi. So this is the model number one, which we have seen yesterday, and also we have seen that. Okay, you have taken the example of a boy who is really very tall, and all the other boys are of different heights and all, but only Ravi is the tallest boy in the class. So basing on that, we have taken the model number one. So now I hope you all understood the model number one. If you have not taken the notes of the previous video, you can just write it down. So write the degrees of comparison, take the heading model number one, and write the two examples. And also you try to practice 4 or 5 more examples so that you can remember the model number one. Okay, right, children, now we'll go ahead with the model number two. Okay, children, now I'll take the pictures of the people or students in the class in this way now. Okay, now this is model number two, which we are reading now. Okay, now this is Ravi again. And now I have taken the examples of children in the class again. So here I have taken 5 children here, or else I'll make it 6 also here. So now I have taken the Ravi here. Right now, can you tell that Ravi is the tallest boy in the class? Can you say that Ravi is the tallest boy in the class now? No, we can't say that Ravi is the tallest boy in the class. Why? Because there are some other 3 children who are equally tall as Ravi. So they are equally tall as Ravi. So that's the reason why you cannot say that Ravi is the tallest boy in the class. If you say Ravi is the tallest boy in the class, that will be a wrong statement, isn't it? Because there are 2 more children. Who are exactly equal to that of the Ravi. So now, can you say that Ravi is the tallest boy in the class? Okay, now, if at all I have to compare Ravi with the other boys in the class, how I will compare? If I have to compare Ravi with the other boys in the class, and how I have to compare? So I cannot write Ravi is the tallest boy in the class. So how I will write? Just look at here, right? Can I write like this? Ravi is one of the tallest boys in the class. Can I write the statement like this? Ravi is one of the tallest boys. That means I'm taking here, he is one of the tallest boys. That means there are some other boys who are as tall as Ravi, right? And that's the reason why. So I have to take these 2 children also into consideration, right? So Ravi is one of the tallest. Here, why I'm writing here 1 here? Because Ravi is only one. He is not only the one person. There are some other tallest boys also in the class. That's why I made him one of them. So that is how Ravi is one of the tallest boys. See here what I have written here. Boys in the class. What I have used here is the plural. So Ravi is one of the tallest boys in the class. Right. Now coming to the comparative. How we compare Ravi with the other boys in the class? Now there are some other children also like this in the class. Okay. There is so many other children. Now coming to the comparative. How did the comparative? Ravi. Right now, Ravi is one of the tallest boys in the class, right? And there are some children in the class who are not as tall as Ravi. They are shorter than him. So that means Ravi is taller. But he is taller than whom? He is taller than some other short children. But how you write in a sentence here now? Ravi is taller than many other. Okay, what do you write here? Ravi is taller than many other, or else you can also write, if there are so many, you can write most other. If the number is high, you can write most. Okay, if the number is less, you can write few. Okay, if the number is less, You can add few. If the number is more, you can add many or most. Okay. So Ravi is taller than most other. Again, because I'm using many here, I'm using a plural here, right? So many other boys in the class. So Ravi is taller than most other boys in the class or many other boys in the class. So I'm using here most, but I'm not using with the adjective. Okay, that is what you have to remember here, right? So is again I'm using taller than many other, taller than most other boys in the class. Okay, so now coming to the positive, right? I have used here many other boys. I have used here many other boys. That means only only few other boys in the, that means I'm talking about these two people also. Okay, how I'm writing here, few other boys in the class are as tall as Ravi. Okay, children. So here many other, in the sense here all the little children over here, right? That means short children over here, right? That means if many are short, that means very few are taller, right? So here many are short here, many are short here, only few are taller. So what I'm writing here, so only few other boys in the class are as tall as Ravi, as tall as Ravi. So this is the model number 2. Okay, children, I'll take one more example here. Okay, I'm talking about Mahesh. Mahesh is one of the, I can write here, strongest boys in the class. That means there are some boys in the class who are very strong, okay, and some of them are not that strong. So here Mahesh is one of them. Okay, for example, this is Mahesh, if he's strong, and this is Rajesh is strong, this is Naresh, he is strong. So here all these three are strong, but whereas the others they are not that strong. So here what you can say here is Mahesh is one of the strongest boys in the class. That will be the superlative statement. So when you come to the comparative statement, how you write here? Mahesh is stronger than many other, you can also write most other boys in the class. Okay, now coming to the positive. So here I have written stronger than, many other are most other. Now coming to the positive. So here few other. If you have written many, here you can write few. If you write few here, you can write here many. So few other boys in the class are as strong as Mahesh. So this is one more example for the model number 2. Okay, children, so these are the two examples which I can give for the model number 2. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead with the model number 3. Model number 3. So children, here now coming to the model number 3. This is the model number 3 I have taken here. Now you can see here I have taken only 2 children here. That means I'm comparing only between 2 students here. Okay, I'm naming him as Ravi and I'm naming him as Shiva. Okay, so Ravi and Shiva. So when you compare between only 2 people, that is 2 students or 2 things or whatever it may be, what will happen is you will not write superlative. So superlative cannot be written, right? So superlative can be used only if you are talking about more than 2, that is 3, 4, 5, whatever the number it is. But whereas when you are comparing only between 2 people, you cannot write superlative. That's why I will rub this superlative. Okay, so there is no superlative here. Okay, now how you will compare these 2 people now? Right? Now you can see that Ravi comparative is very easy now. Ravi is taller than Shiva, isn't it? Ravi is taller than Shiva, right? So Ravi is taller than Shiva. And now how you will use tall, right? In positive, we have to use tall. So how you will use tall here? Now you are not directly going to compare Ravi with the other again Shiva. So already you have compared Ravi with Shiva. So now what we'll do is we'll take Shiva. Shiva is not so, right? So what you write here is not so tall as Ravi. Okay, this is the very easy comparison, right? When you are comparing only between two people, there is no superlative. There is no superlative. You have to like leave the idea of superlative, right? Leave it off, and then only two are left here, right? Only two. So that is comparative and positive. That means you have to use taller or tall, right? So when you compare here, in a comparative statement, you write Ravi is taller than Shiva. Ultimately, Ravi is taller than Shiva. Shiva is a bit short. So when you come to positive, how you write here? Shiva is not so tall as Ravi. So again, if you write here Ravi, you cannot use it in a positive form. You cannot use it in a positive form. Only you can just pass a statement that Ravi is a tall boy. Right, Ravi is a tall boy, but what you're not doing here is you're not comparing that. You're not comparing that. So in order to compare, how you're using this one? You're saying that Shiva is not so tall as Ravi. Okay, and now we'll take one more example for this. So written here, Chennai is bigger than Madurai, right? So Chennai city is bigger than the city Madurai. Okay, now how you write the positive form of that? How you write the positive form of that? So you can easily write Madurai is not so big as Chennai. Is not so big as Chennai. So this is how you can write the model number 3. Okay, children. So now we'll go ahead with the model number 4. Okay. Model number 4 here. So what I'm doing here is I am taking two students, okay, two friends or what it may be, of same heights. So nobody is taller here. Both are of equal heights. So then if they are equal heights, then how you will compare? Now Shiva is of same height, okay, and I'll take here Rajesh. Rajesh is of same height. So then how you write the comparative and positive? Can you write superlative here? No. Why you can't write the superlative here? Because you are only comparing two people here. So that's why you cannot write any superlative here. So what I will do here is you can write here Ravi is not taller than Rajesh. Can you write like this? Ravi is not taller than Rajesh. Ravi is not taller than Rajesh because he's not tall, right? They are same height, and we are not even mentioning that he's short here. We are just saying that Ravi is not taller than Rajesh. And when you write the positive degree, okay, what you write here? Shiva is as tall as Ravi. Okay, so here it's a very simple statement we are making here. Shiva is as tall as Ravi. That means here Ravi is not taller than Rajesh. Ravi and Rajesh here are both of same heights. So we are saying that Ravi is not taller than Rajesh. And when you make a positive statement and there should be a comparison here. So what do you write here? Shiva is as tall as Ravi. That means Shiva Rajesh. So Rajesh is as tall as Ravi. So there is no big difference in between them. Okay. Now you take one more example here. Kodai Canal is as cool as Ooty. Okay, I'm taking here Kodaikanal is as cool as Ooty. Okay, as cool as Ooty. That means now when you write the positive form, okay, this is the positive form I have written here, and write the comparative here. That is Ooty is not colder than Kodaikanal. So this is how you will write the model number 4. Okay, children. So is this clear? Right. So okay, children. So these are the 4 models of degrees of comparison, and there is one more model which is the negative model, and that is what we are going to study along with all the other models and also examples in the next session. So I want you to read them, I want you to practice them, and also write at least 3 examples each for each model, that is for model number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and submit it. Okay, children. See you all. Until then, have a great day. Take care and bye.